Just in January 2026, there was a surprising twist in the global technology landscape. The United States approved limited exports of NVIDIA's advanced H200 AI chips to China under specific conditions. Then, Chinese customs reportedly blocked those shipments from entering the country, forcing suppliers to pause production and leave planned orders in limbo. That moment makes something clear. AI technology isn't just about cool apps anymore. It's now wrapped up in real-world geopolitics and global competition at the highest level. From the outside, the AI model war looks like new features, product demos, and flashy announcements about chatbots or image generators. Most people only see what lands on their screens. But underneath all that, there's a much deeper struggle going on over who gets access to the most powerful processors, who controls the biggest data sets, who has the infrastructure, and how nations are shaping policy. Governments are stepping in, companies are racing ahead, and most of this competition happens far away from the apps you actually use. In this video, we're breaking down 10 things they're not telling you about this hidden war, starting from the inside and working outward. Number 10. You are already part of this war. Every time you use an AI tool, you're doing more than just getting an answer. Most of these systems record interactions to improve performance, fix errors, and make the next version smarter, unless you opt out in the settings. When millions of people type prompts every day, these small data points add up into a massive feedback loop that reinforces how future models behave. So when you ask for help writing a text or solving a problem, you are contributing to how these systems learn language preferences and patterns. You don't need to be a researcher or engineer to be part of this competition. Your everyday digital behavior feeds into the models and contributes to the race to build more capable AI. Number 9. Whoever wins could shape reality. This isn't an exaggeration. Governments and analysts have increasingly described AI technology as a strategic asset with implications for economic competitiveness and national security. This is why the US government and its partners tightly regulate who can access high-end AI chips, and why other countries are investing heavily in domestic chip design and AI infrastructure. If a nation or company leads in developing the most powerful models, it can influence how automation spreads in business, how information systems are shaped, and how global standards get set. Advanced AI touches everything from medicine to logistics, national defense to financial markets. The side that leads in this space doesn't just build better tech, it gains influence over the future of how societies work. Number 8. They are training models on everything we do. The core of the most large AI systems is data. Training modern AI involves massive data sets made up of publicly available text, images, code, books, and in many cases, user interactions where policies allow it. Each prompt you enter might feel insignificant, but at scale, those millions of interactions form a detailed picture of how people use language, ask questions, and solve problems. That is why data has become one of the most important assets in the AI race. The competition isn't just about better algorithms, it's about who can gather, clean, and process the most data the fastest. Every search you make, every prompt you type, and every file you upload quietly feeds into that larger effort, whether you realize it or not. Number 7. There are secret labs even insiders can't talk about. Inside major AI companies, research is often compartmentalized, so teams only see the parts of a project they need to know. Some work is considered sensitive and is kept under strict non-disclosure agreements, so even employees cannot discuss it outside a narrow group. Labs protect experiments on scaling models, optimizing new architectures, or adapting systems to specialized hardware because they see a competitive advantage in secrecy. That level of internal confidentiality is similar to other high-tech fields where sensitive work happens behind closed doors. The fact that so much progress is hidden tells you the most important breakthroughs in this model war are not the stuff you see in public demos or product launches. Number 6. The most powerful models aren't the ones you see. The versions of AI that end up in your phone or your browser are rarely the absolute cutting edge. Companies often test and run far more capable systems internally before releasing scaled-down or safer versions to the public. We saw this clearly in 2024 and 2025 when labs like OpenAI, Google DeepMind, and Anthropic kept pushing research systems behind closed doors, while others only got gradual feature upgrades. There's a practical reason for that. More powerful models are expensive to run, harder to control, and sometimes too risky to release widely. So here's the thing people miss. What you see in a demo or app is usually the tip of the iceberg. The real breakthroughs are happening in private test environments where most of us never get access. Number 5. Companies are racing toward AI that can act, not just answer. Over the past year, there's been a clear shift from chatbots that simply reply to tools that actually take actions. We've seen the rise of AI agents that can browse the web, write and run code, book appointments, or chain together multiple steps on their own.
Google rolled out agentic features in Gemini, OpenAI released more autonomous workflows in its models, and startups started building entire businesses around AI employees. That matters because influence isn't just about words anymore. If AI can execute tasks in the real world, even partially, it becomes much more powerful and much more strategically valuable. The model war is quietly moving from who answers best to who can actually do things reliably at scale. Number 4. Speed is quietly beating safety behind closed doors. Publicly, every major AI company talks about responsible development, alignment teams, and safety evaluations. Privately, the pressure to win is intense. In 2024 and 2025, multiple reports showed internal disagreements inside top labs over how fast to push new capabilities, especially as rivals kept releasing stronger models. Meanwhile, governments started asking for faster progress, and investors poured billions into whoever moved quickest. The result is a constant trade-off. Move too slow and you lose the race. Move too fast and you risk releasing systems that aren't fully understood. Most of that tension never shows up in press releases, but it's a major force shaping how this model war actually plays out. Number 3. The real battlefield is chips and compute. Most people assume the AI model war is mainly about who builds the smartest algorithm. In reality, the biggest advantage often comes from raw computing power. Training the largest models require enormous clusters of high-end GPUs, purpose-built data centers, and massive amounts of electricity. That's why companies like OpenAI, Google, Meta, and Microsoft are spending billions to secure chip supply, build infrastructure, and lock in long-term partnerships with hardware manufacturers. Here's what that actually means in plain terms. If you don't have enough compute, it doesn't matter how good your research is. You simply can't scale your model. In this war, hardware isn't just a supporting tool, it's a core advantage, and in many cases, it matters just as much as the intelligence itself. Number 2. Governments are quietly deep in this. AI isn't just a corporate competition anymore. Governments have fully entered the game. The US, China, and other major powers now treat advanced AI and semiconductors as strategic assets tied to economic growth and national security. That's why you're seeing tighter export controls, new investment restrictions, and huge public funding for domestic chip manufacturing and data centers. Most of this happens behind policy papers and closed-door meetings, not flashy tech launches, but the impact is enormous. The rules being written right now will decide who gets access to the most powerful AI and who ends up dependent on someone else for it. Number 1. Data collection is deeper than they let on. Companies often talk about privacy in broad, reassuring terms, but the reality is more complicated. Many AI systems collect and store far more interaction data than users assume, sometimes for long periods of time. Even when data is anonymized or aggregated, it still contributes to improving models, training safety systems, and refining future capabilities. The model war runs on data, and that creates a built-in incentive to gather as much of it as possible. Every click, every prompt, every file you upload quietly feeds into that system. That's the part most people never see when they open an AI app. If you made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below.